All right, everybody, serious topic. Michael from One Rental at a Time. Thank you so much for being here for this. Hey, if it's economics, I'm reaching out to you. I know my skills. It's not economics.
Apparently it's quoting roofs because you nailed it within $1,000. Actually, within $400, you nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, between friends, right? So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so talk to me a little bit about one of the things that everyone's concerned about, myself included, really is breaking the back of inflation, because it's a very real thing now. And everybody who didn't think it would be in the beginning of the year or
transitory
last year, pucker up, buttercup. It's going to be a rough ride. So talk to me about how I break the back of inflation. How do I do this?
Yeah, this is an important topic. So again, let's kind of walk through this, because again, I'm going to tell you how it's been done before, because it has been done before. And I'm also going to tell you right now, you're not going to like it, but it's probably something that needs to happen. So first off, at the high level, what is inflation? Inflation, kind of generally speaking, economists kind of laying out for layman's terms or the average person terms, is too many dollars chasing too few goods.
Yep.
And what have we done over the last year, 20 months, whatever? We've printed 4, 8, whatever the number is, crazy amount, trillions of dollars, and we've injected in this system. We've seen some pretty crazy things already with people just using the dollars in odd place, retail sales up, savings up, right? We have an excess 1.6 trillion, asset prices up. We've seen record amount of cash sitting in these overnight lending markets. We have too much cash chasing too few goods. So the Fed finally has given up this transitory nonsense, which I've told you in my daily financial news, it never was. And they've now said we are going to do 3 things to whip inflation. First, they're going to stop buying, which is, the first rule of thumb if you're in a hole is to stop digging. Fed buying stuff, which is interjecting hundreds of billions of dollars a month, should stop digging. So congratulations, they're going to stop digging. It's still amazing, right? They're still digging for 2 more months. It's
unreal.
It's bad, dumb.
And the funny thing is about the market, they're still going to puke when they stop. Like when they actually stop, like there's that like hush number that's happening right now. But then when they actually stop, then everybody's going to go apoplectic. And they're like, I told you for 2 months I was going to do it.
Yeah. So number 2, they're going to raise rates, right? One of the things that happens when rates are at 0 is people who have cash do dumb things. The risk adjusted return when you can borrow at 0, if you earn 2% and you're borrowing at 0, how much money do you want? All of it.
As much as you can get.
All of it. I mean, it's that kind of math. So we are seeing zombie companies. We are seeing acquisitions. We are seeing stupid use of capital because it can be borrowed at 0. The Fed's going to raise rates. And then the third mamma jamma that is coming that people did not expect, which again, if you watched my channel, you would have, is the Fed is going to become a seller. So not only are they going to stop digging, but they are going to start extracting, because they are going to be selling these bonds into the market where there may not be buyers at 1% interest. They may have to get 3%, which means the bond price will come down when rates go up. So all of that stuff is going on right now. But here's the deal. How do you beat inflation? The fastest, the most efficient way, the proven way, the Paul Volcker way, which is the last guy that did it in the 80s, is you have to be so aggressive. You have to be so aggressive for so much longer than people expect. We're talking a year, 12 months, 4 quarters longer, because the market's got to believe you. What Greenspan and Yellen and all of these Powell people of all, Bernanke, forgot him, taught us is if the Wall Street throws up, they will relent. Paul Volcker didn't.
That's right.
Paul Volcker raised rates over a weekend. He was so aggressive, right? That's what has to happen. And basically what he has to do is Jerome Powell, whether he likes it or not, has to cause a recession. Assets need to be repriced.
Yep.
Money needs to be extracted for the system. We can't have too many dollars doing this. We can't have zombie companies. We have to have pain. It's not pleasant, but if we don't do it now, some would say we got close in the Great Recession, but they didn't, there's a little bit left. They tried to do it in 2018. They backed off. If we don't do it now, it gets bad from here, right? Pain is paid with interest if ignored. So In reality, how are we going to beat inflation? We are going to induce a recession. I've been calling about a recession, stagflation being a likely outcome of 2022 for quite a while now. And now we are in it. And frankly, I'm excited for it. I mean, I don't mean to be callous, but one of the things you and I did on purpose is we raised capital. We borrowed early. We were willing to sit on cash because we saw pain coming. You don't borrow when the pain is here because no lender wants to lend. You borrow when it's easy. You borrow when it's cheap. And you sit on it. You are Jamie Dimon with $1 trillion. You are Warren Buffett with billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. Yes, folks, these smart individuals know that inflation is eating that money away. They don't care about 3, 4, 5, 6, 10% loss with inflation. They want a 30, 40, 50% discount on leverage, right? So, yeah, the way we're going to beat inflation, unfortunately, is a recession. It is going to hurt most people a lot, but some of us prepared, some of us listened, some of us has done the work, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I have 9 properties that are getting refied. We are going through the appraisal process now, and I'm locked at 30-year fixed rate debt at 4%.
Yeah, good. You better finish those deals because if you started that loan today, they wouldn't be at 4%.
No, I already talked to the bank. They said, yeah, we'd be looking at probably about 4.5.
Exactly.
And that's over a 30-year period on 9 different assets.
Yeah, that's 7-figure money at half. That's what's going on right now. Again, people don't get it. We really do this business. I really look at my market every day. I'm really playing chess. I'm playing moves ahead. Yes. And the beauty about this channel or our channels is we tell them what we're doing. So you can follow along. Yeah. So yeah, I took free and clear assets that I said, again, if you read my book, right, One Rental at a Time, I got out, I created my oh shit pile of real estate. Just in case 08 happened again, I have a set that you could never take because they had no debt. Well, guess what? If you're going to give me money in the 3s, I'm going to go get some debt because, right. So again, I'm excited, but also I know it's going to hurt most people. Most people didn't do the work. Most people aren't ready. But yeah. So again, how do you beat inflation? When inflation is defined as too much cash chasing too few goods, you've got to extract cash from the system, which the Fed is doing. And you probably are going to introduce a business cycle recession. And it's not fun to say, but again, I would tell you that lots of money is made in recessions, and I'm ready. And if you've been doing the work like us, we'll be just fine. But yeah, we got to realize a lot of people are going to be hurt. Yeah.
And for those of you who are watch this video and you're not really sure what we're talking about or don't really understand it and think that we're all of a sudden saying that this is a housing crisis and there's going to be a crash.
No,
we're saying the opposite. Actually, we're saying that it's going to make assets less expensive. They're going to grow over time, but this gives us the opportunity to step in, and there will be a correction in prices. How great? Who knows? But if you're doing the math, not based on appreciation, but based on cash flow, largely speaking, I don't care much about this stuff at all.
No,
I wanted long-term fixed rate debt, a low payment to create the best cash flow on that asset that I could.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Let me be very clear. There is going to be no housing crash. Even in the environment I just described, housing will go up in the high single digits, possibly low. Because again, it's fixed rate debt. We don't have enough housing. There's too many people. We're going to have first time homebuyer programs. There are so many things coming to neutralize housing pain. There will be pain in crypto. There will be pain in stocks. There'll be pain in businesses. There, like, for example, here's a call that I gave you 4 months ago that's happening right now. The mortgage industry, all those people that created small mortgage companies because of the great refi boom are dying.
Yes.
There's going to be an amazing acquisitions going on. And guess what? If you're in that industry, there's a good chance you'll lose your job.
Yes.
That doesn't mean housing's going to fall off a cliff.
No.
I mean, these are not connected things, but it could hurt consumer sentiment. Unemployment could go up. Be ready, right? If you're in one of those areas, get your resume ready or, whatever you do. But yeah, there's no housing crash. Come on. There's no.
I mean, I think in the video that I think you and I did with Dion, I think it was the Three Amigos video. It was probably about 90 days or so ago. I said that in this year, in 22, we will likely have a negative month. I don't think it's
negative month. Sure.
I think we're going to have a negative month, maybe a couple. I still think that for the year, I still think that we're up, but I think sadly we're setting the table for 23, where I think 23, it will be even more difficult. And
Yeah.
then we could be talking about a legitimate real recession. But again, if you're buying an asset where there is not enough of it, all the commodities costs are through the roof.
Yeah.
And so the cost to replace them is ridiculous. There's a third of the number of properties in the market right now than there was in 2018 in a normal cycle. Supply and demand is undefeated.
Undefeated, as I say. Yep.
You know, that's what Mike always says. I love that statement because it couldn't be more true. Supply and demand is undefeated. So as there continues to be an extreme strain on supply, my state, 3 weeks of supply.
Oh,
that's
dude,
it.
my buy box is 9 days now.
Yeah.
9 days. I'm not even counting weeks anymore. Freaking
yeah, my buy box is 2 properties. It's 2. It's 2.
Doesn't take you long to look at those, huh?
No, I'm putting my 20 minutes in a day. I mean, but I'm like, honestly, I look at them and I'm a little bit discouraged because Mike, now it's days in between where an asset that makes sense to me. Even I get more people that I'm reaching out to and calling me back and sending me an email or, hey, what are your thoughts? I get more volume from that in a week than I do in a month of what's been getting put on the MLS.
Yeah.
Tight market supply.
Yeah. And I don't think it gets much better, right?
No.
To me, 2023 real estate all depends on what first-time home buyer programs get announced or not announced in 22, right? Because there's this delay. People want everything to be crypto and stocks, and real estate moves much, much slower. So 2023 will be impacted by what, if any, first-time home buyer programs come out. So it's going to be interesting.
So are you saying that your houses have not gone down 30% in value like crypto did in the last 90 days?
No, I would say my houses are probably up 1%. And that's across a pretty big number. So I think I'm doing
exactly. Okay. It's a huge number. So Mike, tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
One rental at a time. Go to your Google search bar, type it in. You should see a website, book, Instagram, books. And then also on YouTube, we go live Saturday morning, 8 a.m. And again, please share these videos, like and subscribe to the Lumberjacks channel. We've got to get him up to 10,000 subs. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, do it. Do us a favor. We give you a couple of hours of our time every week. So do us that solid.
That'd be awesome. Thanks, Mike. And just as important is Michael's course. If you were always concerned about being the new kid walking in the room where there were 900 other people that have already done what you're about to do, and you're just going to be that new guy and you're going to feel out of place, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Over 100 people have signed up for the course in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
You'd be joining the same time that all of them are. There is literally no better time to join than there is right now, because you're not going to be that out of place new person. You are going to be in there with all of these other new people that are going to really learn the same thing. And Mike, I'm calling it now, the class of 2022, this first month where all these people have signed up in the last week of 21. I'm telling you, that is going to be a rolling tide in this summer of people buying their first deals. I think numbers go off the charts this summer with all of those students doing the work.
I think you based on what we're seeing in the private group, I think you could be right. Again, we're going to help 1 million people, and we've got to get people in, and then they help others and others. So I think you could be right. I look forward to it. Yeah.
And the honest thing, the really fun thing about it too, is taking these videos that are free of charge and sharing them with other folks.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome. And if they think it's cool, they'll jump in the course. They can do it with you. They can get their course themselves. It's $100.
$320.
Exactly. And he didn't even go up as much as he said he was going to. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, it's true. But that's what I'm saying. Get in the course, be active, do the work, understand the math, change your life's trajectory. Subscribe, hit the like button. Make sure you watch Michael this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific, and me, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, 8:30 Pacific on Sunday. I'll go for 3 hours. We'll have a lot of fun, answer some questions.
I'm not going for 3 hours.
And Mike will go for an hour, but he'll give you it's a great hour.
It's a solid hour.
It's a great hour. Mike, thanks so much for the time. Have a good one, my friend.
Take care, man.